What is good, group number one? For those of you who are drawn to the first image, this is going to be you all's reading on today. We're going to be getting some messages on what path is unfolding for you. So we'll pull some cards here to see what that's looking like. And then we'll also get a little bit of guidance and advice for you at the end. All right, spirit guides. What path is unfolding for group number one? For those drawn to the collective energies of group number one, what path is unfolding for them? What path is unfolding? Why am I getting first thing I heard was drawing, but then I started hearing the song Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. I think that's her name. Yeah, Natasha Bedingfield, right? Yeah. But in the song she's like staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window. What is it? Staring at the blank. I gotta sing it sometimes to get it. Blank page before you, open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that. And then in the song, she's like, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. So basically, the song is about like kind of taking life by the horns and you being in the driver's seat and you choosing, um, you know, what you want out of life or what story is ahead of you. So, what I'm kind of picking up, um, after that long ass trying to remember the song, um, I feel like the path unfolding for you is kind of like a choose your own adventure. So it's kind of like pick a card reading, but like in life. So there seems to be some opportunities, multiple opportunities about to be presented to you, group number one, and you get to choose what path you want and what outcome you want out of it. Um, Now, one thing I am picking up, um, like I'm seeing somebody like at a crossroads, but there's like three different paths that that person can take. However, some people be like, well, be careful what path you choose. And while that's absolutely true, um, I'm picking up that like either of those paths that you take can render great results for you. So I feel like for you, group number one, a really great thing for you is that you can choose any of the paths, and all any of those paths would, you would be very abundant in and very, happy with. But again, it's just a matter of what do you want. Um, so I'm also picking up a little bit of two of wands energy about foresight. So I feel like when these different opportunities or paths are presented to you, um, you I'm getting clairvoyant energy. So you may get a literal vision of like what the outcome of you choosing that path will look like. So some of you also, you may have a path of like choosing one to where you're putting your career at the forefront. You may have a path where you're putting your love life at the forefront. Then you may have a path where you're putting, um, I don't know, your home life at the forefront. Take what resonates here. But there seems to be like a major theme of each path. But again, you get to choose which um, path is, more alluring for you, or what you feel is what's best for you. But again, I'm not getting like, oh, this path is better than this, or this one is better than this one. It's not a better or best thing. It's more of a, what's best for you. Okay. Ooh. So truth. So I'm getting justice energy. I'm also getting Libra energy here. Um, so I feel like this is some good karma. You've prayed for this. I'm getting also that like you have manifested multiple things. I feel like during your manifestation process, you kind of like changed your mind a little bit, or like energies have shifted, or like your desires have changed and shifted over time. So this has energetically created multiple avenues for you to go down. Um, your group is so complex. um, okay, so yeah, there seems to be like you've manifested multiple things, and all those things are about to come in at once. So again, like some of you, you may have been manifesting something regarding your love life, and that's about to be presented. Some of you may be manifesting something regarding your finances, and then that's about to be presented. And it's not to say that, if I choose this one path, then all this other stuff goes away. That's not it at all. It's just more of like, okay, I'm going down this path. I'm going to complete this little journey real quick, and then I'll be able to kind of hop and skip over to this other path that I also wanted to take. So it's kind of more so of like all of these paths are available to you, but it's more so about what you want to do first. Why is y'all's group so complex? um this is really interesting energy, though. I don't think I've ever really gotten a message like that before, but again, it's kind of like the energy of like when you are printing something, and let's say that printer runs out of paper, so it stops printing, but you weren't aware that it was out of paper, so you were still printing things on your computer or from your computer. And then when you finally go and add more paper, then all this, you know all those things that you were printing out, or that you sent to the printer from your computer, is now starting to print out. So it's kind of like, because you've manifested so much and done a lot of manifestation prayers, visualizations, candles, spell work, and you've been wondering like, why is nothing manifesting for me? Um, it's because the printer was a little bit, backed up. There was something missing. So now that you have brought the energy back into balance and alignment, um, again, now you're about to receive like a bunch of those things that you've been manifesting from the past. Um, yeah, it seems like a backup of really good karma here. Okay, I want to get some more cards. Crown chakra. What else? Yeah, and that was the energy I was picking up about foresight and clairvoyance. So your psychic abilities are kicking up at this time. Um, and it's kind of ramping up at this moment to for when these opportunities are presented to you, you're able to use that gift that you have, that foresight that you have, to be able to make the choice or decision, or take the path that you feel more in aligned with. So, like right now, I feel like, again, like your intuition is heightening, your spiritual gifts are heightening at this time. Picking up Seven of Cups energy. I'm also seeing High Priestess. But again, like things are, excuse me, flourishing for you. Literally, material harvest. So you are, um, getting ready to reap a lot of, you know, rewards that you have earned. Um, or reap what you have sown. But in this case, you have sown really good seeds. But now it's a time to where it's grown. Those seeds have become full fruits. and you're able to finally pick from it. You're able to choose whether you want an apple, whether you want an orange, whether you want a banana, whether you want some jalapenos, whether you want some carrots. You're able to choose whichever one you want. Um, I'm also getting a message too that there you may be able to. It's kind of an energy of like you. Some of you may not be able to choose just one. There may be multiple opportunities that you're able to take at once. So kind of what I'm getting is like there may not just be one path that you're taking. You may be kind of walking multiple or several. Y'all, this is really, really good energy. Like this is like the world is your oyster. Like you get to choose and decide how you want things to go for you and what you want. Um, so it seems like this one really big thing that I'm picking up is something regarding finances. I'm seeing the coins on this card here. So I feel like for many of you, um, you're opening yourself up to a path of financial abundance and prosperity. Um, yeah, like it says, material harvest. So you're about to harvest a lot of material gain. And a lot of it's going to come in the form of, money, financial abundance. I'm also seeing like new furniture. Some of you, many of you, you'll be able to afford new furniture, or afford, to move, to relocate. You'll be able to afford, a car, or just be able to afford to live and be able to keep up with your current bills, and be able to like get ahead of those things also. So I definitely see a lot of material wealth and material gain here. So you have disruption at the bottom of the deck. So this is going to come in very suddenly. It, it something may come in a little bit chaotic as well. I'm also hearing be careful what you wish for. So you're I don't know, there could be kind of a bit of a twist in a sense of one of these paths, or this path that you're opening yourself up to. Yeah, something may come in a little bit of a chaotic energy. I am picking up a little bit of chaos here, but not in necessarily a negative or bad way. It just seems more of like, something may come up and you may have to deal with it. Um, yeah, there seems to be something that you may have to deal with. Not, again, not in like a negative way, or like a um, inconvenience or anything, but it just seems more of like, a little bit of extra responsibility here. Um, Maybe you have to travel to get this money. Maybe you have to, go to an interview to get this job. I don't know. It's just something that's may come in a little bit of a chaotic energy. So, any advice or guidance for group number one when it comes to this path that is unfolding for them? It is way too many cards. What advice and guidance do you have for group number one regarding this new path? Ooh, okay, I'll take these three. All right, so you have Jasmine, sensuality, spirit, hope. You have Olive with wisdom, peace, and endurance. And then you have Chestnut with resilience, shelter, and inner power. So you're being asked, um, as you go along this new path, to one, keep hope, um, or keep your hope alive, or keep your hopes up. Again, not in like a negative way, but more so of like, some of you maybe used to things, coming in and then leaving pretty quickly, but this is something that's going to stick around, you know, for a really, really, really long time. This is something that's like long term. This is long term investment, long term um, harvest is what I'm picking up. But some of you may be kind of in that energy of like things could be too good to be true. You may have that energy of like, when is the ball going to drop, or this couldn't happen to me. So your spirit guides want you to get out of your head. They want you to, again, keep the hope up, and find that inner peace. Um, Something about inner wisdom. I'm drawn to the trees here. Something about wisdom. So utilize that inner wisdom to help you best navigate through this new path and this new journey that you are embarking on. Yeah, that inner wisdom is going to be very, very important for you, um, to utilize and tap into. Again, you have this inner power here as well. Um, so what you're being asked to do as you navigate through this new journey, this new path, and these blessings that you're calling in, is to, one, again, keep the hope up. Don't fall into the energy of despair, or what is it called? For some of you, like imposter syndrome, um, or just being negative and feeling like, okay, well, what's the catch? Or, something bad has to happen. Like you may just be, it may be a little bit of PTSD for you. Um, but keep your hopes up, keep your hope alive. Um, Move forward with peace, with um, wisdom, and with your discernment is what I'm picking up also. So continue to be discerning of, the opportunities being presented with you, or being presented to you, not with you. Anything else, spirit guides? Something about olive oil can be significant. I don't know. Some of you may do like spell work, may, like anoint your candles with olive oil, or you may anoint yourself with olive oil. Something about praying as well. Like as you pray, make sure you are anointing yourself, or yeah, something about anointing yourself, um, as you pray, and just calling in peace and wisdom and protection as well. I don't know if y'all just heard. um, I don't know. I guess my neighbors downstairs having a lot of fun. I don't know why they screaming. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead and close out this reading because that kind of distracted me. So, group number one, I believe these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed. And I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out. What is good, group number two? For those of you who are drawn to the second image, this is going to be y'all's reading today. We are going to be getting some messages on what path is unfolding for you. All right, Spirit Team, this is for group number two. What path is unfolding for group number two? What path is unfolding for group two? I'm getting like light at the end of the tunnel. Um, This seems like a clear path forward. You may be gaining some clarity on how to maybe get out of a situation, or I don't know, some of you may be looking to like leave your job or move, relocate, something of that sort. But there seems to be like a light at the end of the tunnel. Like you're this path that's unfolding is going to be, I'm hearing rescue. So it's going to, it seems to be like a way out of something. What is this energy I'm picking up on? I can't make this up, y'all. This just flew out. Literally light. I believe this is associated with the star card in tarot. Um, wow. Okay. So there seems to be a ray of hope. There seems to be a situation that you may have been, um, a part of, involved in, something to where you felt like hopeless. You felt that, there wasn't a way out of it, or, things, you, you may have had hope that things would get better, but you just have struggled with that hope because you weren't seeing physical evidence or proof that things will get better. So with this star energy here, which literally talks about hope, um, I'm definitely seeing for you group number two, um, something is manifesting in the material for you. A path is literally unfolding right before you that is going to um, be a light at the end of the tunnel for you. It's going to be like, okay, you've been in the dark for quite a while, so here's this light to finally show you the way out of this. um, so if this is maybe career related, you're looking to like leave a job or find a new job, this could be, you receiving phone calls, you receiving, job opportunities or career opportunities or financial opportunities. This, if this is related to like your love life, um maybe you're receiving more love offers, um, more dates, actual like good dates though, not just, a random person. Well, I mean, of course, a random person, but um, I don't know. It's just this energy feels very liberating. It's like finally. I want some more cards on this though. So this seems again like the energy of like you're looking to get out of a certain situation or place or environment or job or relationship. I don't know. And you're about to be something's materializing for you to be able to, you know, move into better energy. Okay. So this is something that is um being divine. This is about divine timing. And this is something that is being divinely orchestrated by the universe here. Hmm. This seems like very big energy though. This seems I'm picking up life changing. Um yeah, some of you, many of you here, like you have, you know, it's been really hard for you to keep hope about something, or stay positive about, an outcome or a certain situation that you may have been a part of or involved in. But that positivity and optimism is about to pay off. You may have even, I'm hearing foolish. So you may have felt like foolish for being positive about something or, you know, staying optimistic about, how something's going to work out or even if something's going to work out. Yeah, power here. I believe this is the strength card in this deck. So you um have absolutely done what you have, what you were supposed to be doing, which was to stay positive, keep your thoughts light. And of course, there were some negative things that creeped in. I'm not one of those readers that's like, oh, always stay positive, because in reality, like you will have negative thoughts that will come up, and that's okay. That's more than okay. In fact, that's absolutely normal. You're supposed to have negative thoughts that come up, but it's more so about how you handle it. Um, is what matters most. Um, so I feel like part of this path that is opening up for you with this harmony card here, which I believe is the lovers. Um, this is true alignment, and this I'm picking up energy of a person coming in. Hmm. I'm seeing that you will be doing this next path with someone. This feels like a soul connection or a soul partner coming in to assist you along this path. So this may be, what is materializing for you is this person coming in, and as this person comes in, you're seeing like, okay, here's the light at the end of the tunnel. Like finally, um, yeah, this person is bringing in a lot of hope, a lot of positivity into your life, a lot of great energy here. Picking up fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. I'm also picking up water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Um, I'm also picking up Aquarius as well, with this star energy. This could be their signs, your sign. I'm also hearing opposites attract. So this person could be, maybe from a different background than you are, a different, like, I'm hearing ethnicity, race, country. I don't know. There's something very like different about y'all, but also very similar on a core level. I feel like both of y'all will absolutely like click very, very well. So whether this is romantic, whether this is business, whether this is a friendship, um, I feel like that doesn't really matter. Is I'm picking up that this is um, no soul alignment. This is feels like a soulmate coming in, or they're meant to come in at this part and time in your life to, kind of help you along. They're meant to be your star. They're meant to be your guiding light. This is really great energy. I'm actually like really excited for you. So you're opening yourself up to a path of harmony and balance. Um, a path that feels a lot more peaceful. You may be used to a lot of chaos or, things just, not being the best in your life. But this, new chapter, this new path that's opening up is going to be full of peace. And again, you're going to have, a soul connection here who's going to be doing this or walking along this path with you. So again, it's giving, again, soul connection, soulmate. Um, it can be romantic, business, platonic. Take what resonates here. But I am kind of curious, what is the nature of this connection? I just want to be a little bit nosy. Is that okay, group number two? I'm just a little bit nosy. What's the nature of this connection coming in? financial and material changes. So, and then underneath the deck, you got movement, choices, decisions. So this person is coming in to bring movement into your life, maybe movement within your finances here. Um, I'm seeing a ring here, the ring on this finger here also. Ooh, and I'm seeing the ring here as well. And it's funny that we're talking about a new path, and it's literally different paths here. It seems like one of finances, one of love, one of maybe some type of growth. Um, I don't know. This one kind of looks like heaven or something. But I'm definitely drawn to the rings here and then the rings on this finger. So this could definitely be romantic. It may, for some of you, it may start off in another way. It may start off as like business or starting off, y'all may work together or something like that. But there seems to be an underlying energy of romance and love here. If you are already in a relationship, again, of course, take what resonates. This could just strictly be business here. But for others of you, if you are single, it seems like, um, romantic love wrapped up in a package of I want to work with you, or, we're coworkers or we're working together in a professional way. But again, underneath that seems a lot more than meets the eye here. Wow, underneath that is material and spiritual prosperity. So there seems to be a lot of material gain for you in this next path. A lot of financial blessings and opportunities here. Um, I don't know. I'm seeing two can be significant. This seems like a very symmetrical image here. So you got the two waters here. You got two sets of trees here. Um, so 222 is very significant for you. You got two rings here also. The number two here, two here. Um, I don't know. Rings can be significant. Maybe this person wears a lot of rings on their fingers, or you could wear rings. Or this could just be like wedding rings, like, that could be the outcome of this connection. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing for many of you, if you're single, it's going to start off one way, maybe starting off as friends, but will change into more romantic love as you go. Again, if you are already in a relationship, this seems more of, business. I mean, a person may still, have some feelings for you, but, they wouldn't cross that line or disrespect you or your partner in that way. So, very respectful person, very strong person is what I'm picking up. Um, I'm seeing long hair. I'm seeing brunette. I'm also seeing a little bit of blonde. I'm seeing like a honey blonde as well. I'm seeing somebody with locks. Um, I'm also seeing somebody with like a bald head as well. Um, I'm seeing the number 29, 28, 29. I'm also seeing 34. This could be somebody's age. I'm also seeing 41 and 42. I don't know. But yeah, this new path opening up for you or unfolding for you, group number two, seems again to be filled with a lot of peace. I feel like that's the biggest message for y'all is that you're moving from a energy of chaos and stagnancy to an energy of peace and fulfillment and things actually starting to finally work out for you. You're getting that light at the end of the tunnel. You're being filled. Your hope is being renewed here. And again, this feels like divine timing. It feels like the universe has been orchestrating this behind the scenes. Things have been a lot of moving parts behind the scenes. So that's why things have been taking a while to manifest for you because, again, there's there's been a lot of moving parts that you haven't been able to see. You've been feeling it, but you haven't seen it. Whew, okay. Group number two, I think these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So hold on. I forgot to pull a little advice for y'all. Hope y'all didn't click off yet. Can I get one card for any advice or guidance along this new path for group number two? Or if there's any advice or guidance for them. Ooh, okay. I said one card, but I'll take two. So you have licorice root, sweetness, voice, nervous ease, and then you have wormwood with transformation, truth, bitterness. So again, there seems to be quite a bit of transformation and change happening in your life. So it's kind of like you're moving from this very shadowy, dark energy into this more light, peaceful, joy, sweet energy here. Um, but I feel like the advice, um, something about using your voice, make sure you're I'm seeing voice and truth. So making sure you are speaking your truth, you're living your truth as well is something coming through. Um, yeah, something about living in your truth. Somebody here can be coming out, or maybe somebody around you could be coming out of the closet. Love that for you. I definitely have a reading on my Etsy shop regarding like how others would take you coming out. If that does resonate for you, it's not for everybody, but I feel like it's for somebody here. Um, but again, like something about speaking your truth, speaking up for yourself. Make sure you're using your voice, you're advocating for yourself. But also, to another thing I'm picking up is keep, like, don't forget where you came from is something that's coming through. um you are a good person as is. You're seem like a very sweet individual. Keep that. Don't, something about don't change yourself or don't change your personality for others. Is coming through. Stay authentic and stay true to you. All right, group number two. I believe these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all, so let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you in my next reading. Peace out. All right, group number three. Last but definitely not least, this is going to be y'all's reading today. We are going to be getting some messages for y'all on what path is opening up for you. So, spirit guys, this is for um group number three. What path is opening up for group number three? What path is opening up for group three? What is unfolding for group three? Okay, so this fell on the floor. What else? Okay, well, that's a pretty clear message. Is there anything else in this? Okay, 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 there. Dang. Okay. So you have shadow, power, solar plexus chakra, wisdom, and spiritual union. Then at the bottom of the deck, you got hope. So the energy I am picking up is this new path, or this path that's opening back up, is actually a path that has to do with your past. Um, there seems to be something that you are revisiting. However, you're revisiting it in order to take your power back. Um, I don't know. It seems like something's on the other side of this reclaiming of power. Um, this is very interesting. Give me a second. I want to kind of feel this energy a little bit more. Yeah, there seems to be a reclaiming of power. So this new path, or oh, I keep saying new path. So there may be something showing back up from your past, but it is coming back in new energy. Some of you, this could have to do with, maybe I'm picking up something about your childhood. Maybe this was something that, um, yeah, maybe something that was very significant regarding your childhood here, or your upbringing could be significant. Maybe something to do with your family for somebody here also. So this new path, or this path that you are that's unfolding for you, is almost like a full circle moment for you. And I feel like this, as you complete this feels like a kind of like a side quest, or like a temporary path. It feels like almost like a test in a way. Um, yeah, this doesn't feel like, y'all's reading is so different from the other groups. I feel like you're a very different person anyway, but it it feels like, okay. So for instance, I guess a good example. Sometimes it's better for me to like give examples versus like trying to like, say or feel into the energy. But for instance, um, I guess a personal example for me would be, so when I was in high school, I used to do um, theater. Um, was definitely a theater kid, still a theater kid. I love a good show. Um, and I remember in high school, because I went to like a predominantly white school, and my theater director was this older white guy, but he was so prejudiced, like so prejudiced and racist towards the black kids, in theater. So while all the white kids were getting, these big roles, the rest of us black folks were getting like side characters, or like one or two lines, or little cameos, or we would just work behind the scenes. Um, so I did that for like freshman year all the way up until my junior year. And then going into my senior year, I decided to quit because, like, for me at that time, it was kind of like soul crushing. Like it was, he kind of like like destroyed my dreams in a way. Um, I really wanted to get into like the entertainment industry and such. Um, so fast forward to like several years later, while in college, I got an opportunity to, be in a play, but I was, able to be like, um, more in the forefront. So, you know, it's kind of like an example of that, to where you may be presented an opportunity to kind of, revisit like a past trauma, or, something from your past that may not have worked out or may have caused some sort of heartbreak, or some sort of, with the shadow energy, I believe this like moon energy here, it may have caused some sort of subconscious damage towards you. Um, so this side quest that's opening up, or this side path that's opening up, is giving you an opportunity to revisit, um again, like a past trauma or a past situation. For some of you, especially with spiritual union, this could be a past situationship or a past relationship. Maybe you're gaining closure um regarding this. So this feels like you're venturing off into a path that is meant for you to do some sort of healing or releasing, and to reclaim your power. And then as you kind of come off of this path, it seems to be you gaining wisdom and coming into union of some sort. So for some of you here, this could be inner union, especially with power, with like the man and the lion here. I believe this is a strength card. Um, so it's like you are able to kind of, again, reclaim your power, come back into union with yourself. There seems to be something that you've been holding on to from your childhood, um, or maybe even for some of you teenage years, and it's being presented this opportunity to heal. Two of Cups energy here with the spiritual union. So again, it's that healing, and with hope here, that star energy, again, healing. So this is a path of healing. So it's not necessarily like hard work you have to do, or inner work you have to do. It's more so of like, again, kind of revisiting this opportunity in order for you to kind of come back out on top. I mean, you came out on top anyway. Um, but it's kind of like you being able to, realize how far you've came, and, how much wisdom um you have cultivated over the years, um by going through situations like this. Does this make sense? Yeah, y'all's group was definitely a lot different than the other groups. I wasn't really expecting like a message like this in this reading today. Whew, it's quite heavy also. I think I'm gonna take a nap after y'all's reading. Um, but yeah, there seems to be a reclaiming of your inner power. The strength card is about like facing your demons, or facing, certain parts or aspects of yourself that you've kind of swept under the rug. Maybe even for some of you forgotten about. It's just been kind of sitting in your subconscious, and it's been, you know, your subconscious mind is about your actions and your reactions. So, this past trauma or experience here seems to be kind of a bit of a blockage for you. There seems to be something that you're needing to release and let go of from your past in order for you to gain some sort of, or to come into union with yourself. Or for some of you here, if you are single, this is for you to come into union with, a soul partner. Um, so some of you, again, this could maybe come in the form of like another person. Maybe you have, an ex or somebody, a past friend or partner or whatever. Um, I'm also hearing sneaky link, but there may have been a past person that, may be coming back around, in order for you to kind of gain that closure and to release it, in order for you to, move forward. but there seems to be a really big energy of reclaiming your power. I feel like I've repeated that like a million times, but it's ringing really, really true for your group. So it's kind of like a little detour. You're on the right path already. Like you're already like headed towards um or on this path of your manifestations, or your a life of ease and peace, and everything that you've been wanting and praying for and manifesting. But again, there's a bit of a blockage or obstacle here in the path. So you're taking this detour, doing this healing, reclaiming your power, and then you're right back on that path. But you're able to like make your way around this obstacle in order to finally get what's on the other side of this obstacle. Whoo-wee, y'all's group. It's a little heavy, but let's get some guidance and advice for you along this path moving forward for group number three. This path is unfolding for group three. What advice and guidance do you have for them, spirit guides? Holy Basil. This is way too many cards. So it says divinity, resilience, and sacred care. So definitely making sure you are taking care of yourself. You are putting self-care at the forefront right now. There's something about, um, pouring into your own cup with this Two of Cups energy. So you're needing to right now pour into your own cup, put yourself first at this time. Um, it may be easy to, want to please others, or, be there for other people. But I feel like right now, as this path is unfolding for you, or as you're taking this bit of a detour here, you're needing to truly take care of yourself right now. Um, as you are releasing this past, I'm hearing thorn. So as you're releasing this past like thorn, um, kind of plucking it out your finger, um, that aftercare of, stopping it from bleeding, stopping the little wound from bleeding, putting pressure on it, and maybe even wrapping it up in a band-aid. I don't know, that's significant of, again, like taking care of yourself, resilience here. So, um, recognizing how resilient you are as a whole anyway. Pumpkin, something about the fall season could be very significant for you. Um, Maybe something significant happened during fall season. Um, Maybe this past fall season or other past fall seasons. Um, but it says gratitude, harvest, and celebration. So definitely, um, another bit of advice here is to show gratitude, and being grateful for what you already have, in order to show the universe, like, okay, I'm grateful for what I have, but I'm also ready for more. Um, yeah, so gratitude is very significant for you. It says, where can you pause and honor all that you've grown? Literally goes with this wisdom card here. So again, like recognizing how resilient you are, how much wisdom you've gained through this journey and through this process here. Um, and again, just showing gratitude for how far you've come in life. This one says, what does it mean to treat yourself as sacred today? So, don't give your power away. Again, you're having this path unfold for you to reclaim your power, not to give that power away to other people or to someone else, or even to a situation. So again, just make sure you are staying in your power, staying authentic and true to yourself. Um, and that's easier said than done. It really is. I'm not going to lie. But it's what you are being called to do at this time as you um, kind of go through this little detour to get around this little obstacle in your path. Okay, group number three, I believe these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out.